So we are here with Cauchi, one of the members of the board of the European Youth Forum. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for the invitation.
And so I would like to ask you some questions. And the first one is, what do you think the most important things that the EU and the national governments should do to ensure a better participation of young women in politics?
When we saw how difficult it was for certain member states to nominate both a male and a female identifying candidate, as President Ursula von der Leyen wanted to have in this current commission, that is already a signal that Europe is sometimes sending over to young women across the continent and beyond. That women in high-level political positions are not seen as something favorable. And then we can also see it in the current European Parliament. We have a very small percentage of women that are actual members of the European Parliament. And this will obviously be needed to work on. So starting from actual political parties, from engaging with women and female talent that are still young and including them into processes and making sure that they are also available to run for elections, both on local, national, regional and European stands. And then also have a responsibility here, making sure that they are investing in young female talent within their own party, equipping them with knowledge needed and also expertise needed to run and get elected, putting them in lists where they are able to get elected, and then also making sure that they are reaching out to women all over their countries and their respective areas of their area. And then here political parties as well can reach out to women who are not the typical women that are usually running for elections. This is very important. We create a movement here that ensures that more young women run and involve themselves in political processes.
Yeah, it's so true. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I also wanted to ask you, as a member of the board of the European Youth Forum, do you think that nowadays there is a better engagement of young in politics or in the political careers in general?
So when we saw the Fridays for Future protests and how that led to the new EU Green Deal, that is an actual movement that led to a tangible change. However, now the European Union somehow doesn't feel as youth-friendly. The current European Parliament is not made of young people and is not actively maybe listening to young people's demands in policy-making process. As the European Youth Forum, we are currently also working on the next MFF to make sure that youth organizations have equitable funding and also youth organizations that come from marginalized communities and underrepresented young people. This is obviously very, very important so that we make sure we have not just the heterogeneous young voice, because that is not the young people as a collective. We need to have a diverse group of young people that are getting the resources available for them to continue doing work within their community as well on a national and obviously here on a European level. Okay, so and also right now what we are making sure is that the European Commission President's Youth Advisory Board will be made up of national youth councils that are recognized, instituted and do work with young people on a daily basis. It's obviously very important to make sure that we are having realistic, tangible and young people that have expertise in policy-making processes.
What do you think is the role of a youth organization in shaping a better future for youth politics?
So this is obviously something we are very passionate about. We are the largest platform of youth organizations. We are made up of over 100 member organizations, so national youth councils and international non-governmental youth organizations. So for us, having youth organizations and young people involved in processes is what we advocate towards. We can see it in the EU Youth Test, which is something we are currently advocating to make sure that it is done on a European level. Programs such as the European Union Youth Dialogue is an already established mechanism and it is the largest participatory process of young people in the world. But we want to make sure that it is done correctly, that there is enough resources being done as well on a national level, and we want to make sure that young people are actually actively engaged throughout the whole process. So this is something that we continue to advocate towards, because young people are here, they have life experience that makes differences towards their actual life, that the intergenerational fairness structure that is coming up now, want to make sure that it is actually tackling the present young people and the future generations of young people to come. So making sure that youth organizations are adequately funded and are given resources when needed to continue their advocacy work, both on a national level, but especially on a European level. This is something that is very important for us.
Yeah, so true. So thank you very much.
Thank you for the invitation.
And, looking forward to see you at the panel.
So I'm very excited for it. Thank you.